Hello, welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. And welcome to race 2 of round 5 of our GR4 Aston Martin Championship. So, race 1 was a superb race. Great battles going on here at the Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. 2.5 mile clockwise circuits. And well, hopefully we'll get a little bit more of that for this one. Reverse grid, of course, on this one. So let's go through the grid now and let's get this race 2 underway. So in pole position, we've got Taff, got Vane in second, Firepower in third, Colesberg fourth, RJS in fifth, got Crossbones in sixth, Black Star seventh, Cyan eighth, Nath in ninth, Dan in 10th, and Aspect in 11th. Right, here we go then. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this one. So out of the sweeper they come now. Start the race. Taff then, who had some issues at the end of that race 1. The car just cut out on him over the right at the end. Managed to get it going in the end, but hopefully the engineers have got it back up and running for this second race as Firepower runs it out wide. Almost on the grass there, loses a spot, and on the grass again. He's on the hard tyres, maybe just struggling with them early doors. Crossbones, his teammate, goes through. Firepower really struggling, staying well out to the left as they all go past him. Has he got an issue? Well, he's certainly got an issue now because he's doing a bit of grass cutting, a bit of rallying, and he's like, well, has he got steering issues? Has he got brake issues? Has he, I don't know, whatever, but he's down there in 11th place. We've got the 11 cars here for this 17 lap. I think RCB didn't make it out for this second race. He having issues again, wasn't he? But Firepower struggling now. So back here we've got Colesberg and RJS, who's already looking pretty pacey there up the outside of Colesberg. Will he get that third place? I don't know if Colesberg's got anything to do with it. He is not. So Colesberg staying there. He's on the medium tyres. And who these are mediums? Well, RJS actually is on hard tyres there. So let's go through the tyres actually. We've got our leader Taff on mediums, Vane in mediums, Colesberg mediums, then RJS on hard tyres, closely followed by Crossbones on the medium. Is he going to have a look here at turn 1? RJS, no, he's not. So 5th place for him. Black Star on the hard tyres in 6th. Sight on the mediums in 7th. Had a good race, did Sight. Ended up in 4th place in the end. Nath, we know what happened with Nath and Dan, and they're at it again. Hard tyres for both of these guys in 8th and 9th. So we're going to get more of the same here. I reckon these guys might just do minimum 2 laps on these hards before they come in and change on the mediums. We'll see. And Aspect, our winner of race 1, in 10th place. So on the hard tyres, as Dan had a look at Nath early doors there, and this battle's zooming, isn't it? And Aspect's now behind him as well, and Aspect's getting a bit of a run on Dan. He could get a lovely strip, so he could get like a 5-car slipstream here if Aspect plays his cards right here. Through Campus straight and down the other side, almost pushing down along here. His Aspect now pulls out. Didn't get that. Dad didn't want to chance that, not with the Nath and Dan being so close ahead of him. So Jason maybe just testing the water a little bit there, Aspect. A little gap between them two as Nath now slows down a bit and allows Aspect now. Did Nath get a problem there? Let's have a look. He seemed to have really gone slow there at that point, as we see Black Star in ready, so he's making the early change. Nath didn't get a good run out there at all, did he? And he's just sort of slowed down now. What was that about? Maybe he thought he held someone up or touched someone there. He's certainly let Aspect go through. So 9th for Nath then. Maybe he's got some sort of strategy in mind, Nath, and that was something obviously done there. Sight, I think he's made a mistake as well, because Dan's right on the back of him now. So Dan on the hard tyres, Sight ahead of him on mediums. So Yeah, I think Sy just got it wrong at the top of the S's there, and it slowed him right down. That's allowed Dan and Aspect to close in. Looks like he's got it back up and running now. Sy back to full speed. Through Bullnose they go. Crossbones then ahead of him in 5th place. JS still in 4th. He still hasn't managed to get past Colesberg, but Colesberg now having a look at Vane. There's Taff in the foreground, just going through shot there, leader. But Colesberg now having a look at Vane down there at the chicane. Is he going to have a go? Oh, what happened to Vane there? Did he? Well, that looked like he was going to go straight on there. Looked like he completely missed his braking zone there, but no, he remains there. But Colesberg's got him down the dip through the sweeper and across the line to start lap 4. So up to 2nd place goes Colesberg. Wait, RJS running it out wide, nearly got himself on the grass. He's done enough of that in race 1, so he don't really be doing much more of that if he wants to get a result here. So RJS then pushing hard again, those hard tyres. Seems to matter what tyres he's got under him, does it? He's got pace, and look at that for an exit. Wow, that was Vane almost well. We had to check up there actually, RJS, because Vane didn't get a good exit and nearly ploughed right into the back of him with RJS, so really had to slam on the anchors there. That's closed it all in again, hasn't it? So RJS, I would imagine, will have a go at Vane along here, along the campus straight towards the chicane. Someone staying well out wide. That's our leader, Taff. Now, did he have a penalty? I think he had a penalty, you know. Seemed very, very slow up front. Maybe not. Colesberg in 2nd. RJS did make the move on Vane around the outside to take 3rd place through the chicane. Vane back to 4th. Crossbones 5th. Closely followed by Sy in 6th. Oh, what's happened to... he was going in. So RJS is in. Firepower in 7th. So RJS has now decided it's time for him to go in and come off them hard tyres. So what's it going to be like when he comes out on the mediums? We'll see. That Sy still behind Crossbones in 5th place. Crossbones in 4th. Vane in 3rd. Colesberg still in 2nd, and Taff still our leader, with the 1:27.6 so far as the fastest lap of the race. Firepower in 6th. Blackstar in 8th. RJS has come out, but he's got a 3-second penalty. That's for cutting the pit lane line. Now that could have been on exit, or it could have been on entry. Either way, he's got 3 seconds that's he's now got to take off. That hasn't helped his cause, has it? We know he had pace, but maybe just too quick going in, maybe too quick coming out. Who knows? But he's not really got anybody around him, so I don't think it's going to change his position. He's still going to stay in that 7th place, but he's going to not help his cause in getting to the front of this field and winning a race. Slowing right down now, of course, and now we've got Blackstar and Aspect full speed ahead, gaining on him fast. I think RJS might just have it into the chicane. Look at this, Blackstar surely for a long way back, not going to go for that. No, would he almost, if he was been a little bit further up, it was possible, but it was a little bit too far by the time he got to the braking zone there. That would have been a hell of a lunge if he'd gone for that. So Blackstar now all over the back of RJS. And Aspect's going to be taking the opportunity to go up the inside, across the line, into turn 1. And up to 8th place he goes. So Aspect then getting through the field. Those medium tyres, remember, it looks like he's come in and done his hard stint. So, and there's a little touch from, Blackstar and Aspect come together. And through goes Knife. What a move from Knife. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Great move. These two ahead of him. Just, we'll go on board actually, because that will give you a bit more of a bird's eye. So, got Blackstar and Aspect ahead. Now, this is where they get that coming together, and it really slows them down. Little gap there. Nave said, yes, please. Through he goes. Good move from Nave. Through the S as he goes. So great there from Nave. Dan also taking a bit of an opportunity to get past Black Star anyway. He's now in between himself and Aspect. Aspect just obviously got slowed up a bit there through the touch through Black Star. But Black Star back to 11th place now. Those medium tyres. These are all the boys that have come in, of course, and done their change, which is why they're back here. Through the chicane they go, down through the sweeper they come, and RJS across the line to start lap 7. He's got a big gap now that he's got to try and gain on the top 6. 6th place being Firepower. Of course, these are the guys that haven't come in yet, I don't believe, so these are all due to be coming in at some point in this race. Firepower opting to stay out on the hards for quite a long time. He's on 7 laps now, and he's still on those hard tyres. So perhaps he fancies the hard tyres more than he does the medium tyres. Of course, they're not going to be quite as quick, are they? So with the angry pack behind him that's going to be gaining, wonder if he's going to decide to come in at this point to get these off and come back out and maybe join in the fun with them. In fact, as he's coming to the end of the lap now, we'll stay with Firepower just to see. I'm intrigued just to see if he does decide that this is the time. Not saying that he will. I don't know if he will. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh, yes, he is. There you go. So he has decided that. Oh, he's crossed that line now. I'm not sure where on that line you're going to get the penalty. I don't think it's all of the line. It's just at what point you do pay the price for crossing it. So Firepower in then. RJS now just coming through. So he's going to go to 6th place. Firepower's going to come out. Nave's through, Dan's through, Aspect's through. So Firepower's going to be at the back of the field then. You're going to try and catch up with these boys if you can. We do have a new leader, and it's Crossbones. So taking the lead from Taff. So up to the front he goes. Battle here between Carlsberg and Vane, but if I've got the, I don't know if I can catch that move from Crossbones. It was some way, some time ago. Oh, it might have been there, to be fair. Yes, it was, through the S's. So Taff, oh, a good move through the S's. Well, I mean, yeah, a little bit of a nudge there. Just nudge Taff onto the grass, but to be fair, there was a gap there to be had, and he took it. So Crossbones up to 1st place, Taff in 2nd now, and then this battle between Carlsberg and Vane looked like it was getting a bit juicy. So Carlsberg, I think, comes out ahead of Vane as they exit Bullnose. Yes, he does. 3rd place then at the moment for Carlsberg. Vane in 4th, Si behind him in 5th. Looks like he got a better exit. Let's see what Si can do. Can he be a pass on down here at the chicane? Let's have a look. If you're not close enough at the top of the hill right there, it's not worth having a go. He's not on this occasion, but if he can stay where he is, he's in a good position to get himself up to the top 3. These 5 now, none of which have come in yet. Gap between themselves and the rest as they're coming through the chicane. The rest aside, makes that move at turn 1, goes up, oh, and then gets half a set. Well, I mean, that's quite harsh. Didn't really see. Let's have a quick look. Didn't really see nothing wrong with that. In fairness, don't know where we would have put that up actually. Let's have a look. So through the sweeper, down to turn 1. Vane runs it out a little bit wide. and then side goes past at that point. So where do you get half a second penalty there? That's harsh. I can't see where race control has decided that that's worthy of half a second, but well, it is, and he's going to have to deal with it. But in my opinion, that was a harsh decision. Really didn't see anything wrong with that, if I'm honest. So he's going to have to take it off. Around this corner here. That might give Vane, he took a lot of that inside curve, Vane, a lot of grass, that's going to slow him down. So I was going to say that might give Vane that fourth place, but it should do, to be fair. He's still quite close. Yeah, it doesn't, maybe not. No, it doesn't really stop you that much, does it? The half a second, not around here anyway. He's going to get close, of course, and he might have a little sniff, but he has to stay in 5th place. There's Vane. Side ahead of him in 4th. Then we got Colesberg in 3rd place. Taff in 2nd, and Crossbones still in 1st. Let's have a look at what RJS is doing. He's still there in 6th place. So the leader of the next group, Nath in 7th. Dan and Aspect still fighting it out in 8th and 9th. Made up a couple of places, haven't they? But still there, battling hard. So it was Dan and Nath, wasn't it, in race 1? It's now Dan and Aspect in here in race 2. There's Aspect now going to have a look maybe at turn 1, but no, Dan covers that well. Up the other side, up towards the S's. Main's where he is, Aspect. Dan in 8th place, and also Dan with the fastest lap. So 1:26.5 is now what they have to, but we don't have to beat it, but that's the time, the target time that they want to beat. 26.5 from Dan. Up through Bullnose, midway through this race 2. See if Aspect gets a run on Dan along Campus Straight here towards the chicane and into the chicane. Let's have a look. Certainly within range, slipstream range, but got to be a bit closer than this. You're at the top of the Browder Hill at this point here. Yeah, he's not going to go for that. So has to back off, stay in 9th place for Aspect. Over the top, and then down through the sweeper to start lap 11. Star in 10th place, 007 himself. Firepower in 11th place. And in last place, and that he didn't recover from his stop, did he? Firepower. So trying to push hard. He is pushing hard, and I don't think he's going to get too much out of this race 2 now, to be honest. Through the S's. Out the other side. So leader Crossbones then across the line to start lap 12. Apologies if you can hear some screaming and shouting in the background, but it's what when you've got kids in the house. No pocket money for them. Okay, so Crossbones then through. Down through the S's. Still leading this race and looking pretty strong, isn't he? Still got to come in for his stop, of course, so still got the hard tyres to run. But looking pretty good position-wise at the moment, not just because he's in front, but also where he is on track compared to the rest. Remember, the guys behind him, immediately behind him, the likes of Colesberg, Sight, Taff, Vane. I mean, they've all got to come in. So Crossbones, for him to be leading this group at the moment, knowing that they've all got to follow him at some point, he is in a good position, because the gap back then to the main group, if you like, or the other group, not the main group, but the other group, the ones that have already stopped, I guess is what I'm saying. It's quite a big gap, so it will be interesting. He's going to stay out for another one. He's Crossbones. Doesn't fancy coming in yet. He's going to have another lap of it. So over the line for lap 13. Looks like they're all deciding to stay out. Yep, so they're all following suit. Gap has closed up a little bit. Naif has now taken RJS though. Where was that? Let's have a look. Getting the buttons sorted. He's back there, wasn't it? Some way back actually. So yeah, he's taken JS some time ago. Looks like he was fighting back though, RJS, along the straight. So Naif has got himself up to 6th place. JS quite as quick on these medium tyres as he was on the softs. Down the other side of the chicane, up and over through the sweeper for these guys now, and Naif still holding 6th place ahead of RJS, so still close battle though between these two. Think about it there, RJS, and he done it, didn't he, in race 1 with someone else, but Naif's not going to have it. He's going to, yes, it's a slightly different proposition, this one, getting past Naif. He's not going to leave the door wide open at any point, is Naif, and if he does, you're going to have to fight for it. So, come up over the ridge, down towards Bullnose, and JS not managing to get close to Naif yet. We're not close enough for a move anyway. Dan in 8th, Aspect in 9th. Quite quiet races for these two, you know, considering what they did in race 1, or Dan anyway. So it's sort of being a little bit conservative here in race 2. I don't think it's just how he's been. He hasn't been able to keep with these guys ahead of him at the moment, and they still battle hard, don't they? I think that was Colesberg I see coming, so one of the top 5 now has decided it's time to put on them hard tyres, but Dan in 8th place, Aspect in 9th, and still holding that fastest lap, a 1:26.5. Yeah, it is Colesberg. Dropping down now to just exiting 3.5 second. Goodness me, so yeah, definitely crossed the line there. And who was that in the RJS? I think just seen crossing the grass there. Ran it off, didn't he? Wide. Yeah, he did. Out of, is that turn 1? I think it's turn 1. Yes, rejoins at the top of the S's, at the top of the hill. So Naif will breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that he's got a little bit of leeway behind him now, but that's Desperate Dan straight in behind RJS now, and now he's eyeing up a move for 6th place. So Naif has had a let off there. Dan said to RJS, right now, thank you for that 6th place, but now try and get that back. Contend with me now. So down through, JS back to 7th now, just got well, I must have still had dirt on his tyres from that off. So Dan to go past him as easy as that. So RJS has now got the warmth back in those tyres, so back on it again. Side by side down towards the chicane. RJS will do it, but Dan, will he fight back? No, he doesn't. Have to concede that one. So RJS then still pushing hard. Some Aspect behind him in 8th, just watching what's going on. At 15 now, 3 more laps. Vane's in. So the guys who didn't come in, as they still fight it out, Dan and RJS at turn 1, going to run it out almost on the grass for the, almost done the repeat of what he done, almost went out on the grass again that time, did RJS, but fortunately didn't. He's still going side by side with Dan through the S's. Now that don't work. Oh, still, you just got to be a little bit careful. Aspect's thinking, yes, yes, yes. Something's going to happen here. I've got a feeling these are two guys who don't give an inch when they're racing. So I think something's going to be happening. I mean, good racing so far. Aspect now right on the back of them too. Now who's going to make this first move down here at the chicane? And it's Dan who's covering. RJS goes round the outside, or does he? No, he doesn't. Dan said, no way, buddy, you're not having that one. Aspect still staying there in 7th. Now he's going to have the run on him through the sweeper. And RJS is going to lose 6th place. Good move. Great move through there. So all the guys now ahead of them, all in the pit lane. They will drop down. So we have our new leader of Nath. 2nd is Dan, Aspect 3rd, RJS, and here come the others, the rest of them. I think that's Crossbones and Side coming out just behind this lot, and now RJS attacking Aspect. So RJS lost out there, didn't he? From battling for 2nd place, he's now down in 4th. Aspect took the opportunity on the penultimate lap now. Fuel levels will be very low, so the car will be a lot lighter. But our new leader, Nath, said thank you very much. So can he hold it for one more lap? That's all he's got to do to take victory in race 2. Dan in 2nd, Aspect in 3rd. Can he get a double victory? Aspect, well, he's in slipstream of Dan now, and he could get that 2nd place at least. If he can get this done down here at the chicane, Dan will automatically pull across to the left. Aspect will try the RJS move round the outside, but Dan's wise to that, and there's no chance happening, and he's actually running a bit wide. Aspect, RJS decided he's going to have a double nibble through the inside and down the sweeper. He's going to take 3rd off of Aspect, is he? Oh, Aspect's not giving it to him. Why should he? Side by side, nothing in it going across the line to start this final lap. Aspect still there in lead, ahead of RJS in 3rd place. Now, what's going to happen up here at the top of the hill? The blind corner. Oh, now there was a little touch from RJS, and that's just not Aspect. RJS is going to wait, but waited right in the middle of the track. That's allowed Blackstar to come through, and he's just got 3rd place. Crossbones also 4th. So that little touch has just messed it all up for him. And it takes Aspect to 5th. Side got through to 6th, and RJS back to 7th. So that was a little bit close for comfort through the top of the S's there, and it messed everything up for these guys. Blackstar will be loving that now, up to 3rd place. Will he get himself on the podium? Looks like Nathan Dan is going to be top 2. Who's going to be on the podium? Crossbones managed to get through in 4th. This battle's going to go on, isn't it? The 2 teammates, but Ace Aspect ahead of them. Going to go back to our leader though as he comes down. And looks like surely going to take victory here in race 2. So Nathan had a great battle in race 1, didn't he? With Dan throughout. Will get his 2nd podium of the evening. Congratulations to Nath. Good race. Winner for race 2. Dan will come in 2nd again. Twice on the podium here. Blackstar, well done. Will get 3rd place. Crossbones 4th. And then it was Sai 5th. Well done. Aspect 5th. RJS in 7th. Wow, what a race that was. What a finish. Vane in 8th. Well done to him. Taff with a 2nd penalty will come over in 9th place. Carlsberg in 10th. Didn't really see a lot of these guys in the end, did we? But it was all happening up the top there. 10th for him, and Carter Carlsberg. Sai Firepower in 11th place. And of course ICB didn't make race 2, did he? So Dan with the fastest lap, the 1:26.5. Well, get my breath back after that. What a race that was. So looking forward to seeing what these guys have got when it comes to the Enduros, and that's what's up next. Got 5 rounds of Enduros to close the championship off. Can't really think where we are for the first one, but well, I'm sure you'll join me for that in a week's time. Anyway, really looking forward to it, and thanks for watching tonight. Thank you again, and bye for now.